Dear Dad. Is that what I should call you? I've tried Dear Father-in-Law, but it just sounds even more weird. I'm not really sure why I'm writing, honestly. Maybe I just want to connect. I mean, I would talk, but I think my Sichuanese is limited to the phrase "guaxishi," which is not super helpful. And even if I could give some long, heartfelt talk, I don't really think that's your way. And I'm not super certain it's mine either. If I'm being honest, I don't actually talk to my own dad that much. When I was younger, I used to think we had conversations, but they were pretty shallow as I look back on it. We talked about cars, or running, or some random thing, but I don't really remember too many heart-to-hearts. Ironically, the one time, the only time I think I can remember a real heart-to-heart was when I was young. I don't even know how old I was, but I said something. I don't know what I said, but I hurt my mom's feelings, and I made her cry. And you were not usually the one to do the lectures, but I remember very vividly. You sat me down on the front porch, on the steps, and you talked to me about how important it was to be kind and to protect my mother's feelings. At the time, it meant a lot to me. It was really powerful. But years later, when I found out about the affairs, it didn't mean quite as much. And actually, at that point, everything kind of changed. Everything I thought about. He'd worked a lot when we were kids. There were 6 kids in the family, and he had 3 jobs, and never enough money. But I thought we were happy. Like, I was happy. And yeah, he wasn't around a lot for work, and I would defend him, just assuming he was doing it for us. But after things changed, I really wasn't so sure anymore. And I'm not really great at being angry. I've never been that good at it, but I was angry then. And I held on to that for a really long time. My biggest fear in life became not wanting to be my dad. I don't think that's how you're supposed to feel. Now with time that's changed. You know, eventually he stopped acting like a victim, and he slowly started to try in his own way. Now me forgiving him has come along a little bit more slowly, but it's coming. However, last year we found out that there's a tumor. And that means my window to become more forgiving got a lot smaller. I think I've mostly forgiven him at this point. The anger is mostly gone. I even try calling every now and then. We still don't have long heart-to-hearts. It's just not our way. The tough part about all of this is I'm trying to forgive him, but I'm not even really sure who I'm forgiving. We never got there. I do love my dad. And I think he tries in his own way. And it's really weird. It's really sad to see him old and frail. I think there's a good heart in there. I just am not sure how much of it I'm ever actually going to get to know. I'm sorry for dumping this all on you. I'm trying to imagine right now. I'm trying to imagine in my mind what your face would look like as I share all this with you. You seem like a really good guy. You've always been super kind to me. We talk, we point and nod and smile. We communicate in our own way. And I guess our relationship is still a little bit shallow. I don't feel like I know that much about you, and you probably feel like you know less about me. What do I know? I know that you used to work in a factory. You were some kind of machinist or something. I know you make these little pastries. I always forget what they're called. But maybe more importantly, I know that my daughter thinks that you're a good yaya. And I know that even though my wife wishes you would communicate a little more every now and then, she's grateful for you. She appreciates you and she loves you. I guess this whole being a dad thing is not that easy. If I'm being really honest, it terrifies me. Am I doing it right? Am I being too hard? Am I being not hard enough? Am I saying the right things, doing the right things? And I try to think of a good example, and I just don't have one. I just want to be whatever my daughter is. Thank you for listening, or reading, or whatever it is at this point, to this rambling, crazy letter. I really do appreciate it. And I know language and culture keep us from communicating super well, so I'll try to be clear. Well, neither do I. Honey, the They're just my favorite people. My whole world just revolves around them. And you may not feel like it, but I'm sure you had a part in making them who they are. And I'm grateful to you for that. I hope you'll stay in their lives and in our lives, even though you're far away. With time, as my Chinese gets better, I hope that our relationship does too. This is love, your crazy son-in-law, Tim.